Did you know that 70% of your immune system is in your gut? If you're feeling constantly tired, dealing with bloating, or struggling with brain fog, the problem might not be what you're doing, but what's happening inside your body. Today on VitalPath, we're going to build the ultimate roadmap to restore your gut health. Imagine that inside your body there's a real internal garden. Alive, sensitive, and constantly changing. This garden is your gut microbiome. Now think of it this way. The good bacteria are like dedicated gardeners. They take care of the soil, help absorb nutrients, support your immune system, and keep everything working in harmony. The bad bacteria, on the other hand, are like weeds. Not always a problem at first, but they can quickly take over when the environment allows it. And here's the key point. What you eat determines who wins this battle. Natural fiber-rich foods nourish the gardeners, strengthening the balance of your internal garden. Meanwhile, ultra-processed foods loaded with sugar and additives act like overgrown weeds, suffocating the healthy parts and allowing imbalance to take over. But it doesn't stop in the gut. This garden is directly connected to your liver, like two systems working side by side. When the microbiome is out of balance, toxins and inflammation can increase, putting extra stress on the liver and making it harder for your body to detoxify efficiently. Now, it makes sense why issues like constant fatigue, bloating, and low energy can be linked to this internal imbalance. Taking care of your gut is, in practice, about maintaining this garden. Feeding the good gardeners, preventing the weeds from taking over, and making sure your entire system, including your liver, works at its best. Let's get practical. If you want to protect your gut, there are a few key things you need to watch out for. First, refined sugar. It feeds harmful bacteria and throws your internal balance off, allowing the bad guys to grow faster than the good ones. Second, inflammatory vegetable oils. Highly processed oils can increase inflammation in the body, creating an environment where your gut struggles to function properly. And third, the overuse of antibiotics. While they can be necessary, antibiotics don't just eliminate harmful bacteria. They also wipe out beneficial ones, disrupting your gut ecosystem. But here's something most people overlook: stress. Your gut and brain are deeply connected through what's known as the gut-brain axis. This means that chronic stress doesn't just affect your mind, it directly impacts your digestion, your microbiome, and even how your body absorbs nutrients. When you're constantly stressed, your body shifts into survival mode, and your gut health takes a hit. So if you're working on healing your gut, it's not just about food. It's also about managing stress, supporting your mind, and creating balance from the inside out. Healing superfoods work directly on gut health, which many experts consider the center of the body's overall balance. To understand how this works, we can imagine the gut as a garden. It is home to microorganisms essential for digestion, immunity, and even emotional well-being. Taking care of this garden is key, Omwand, and that's where three important pillars come in. The first pillar is prebiotic fiber, found in foods like garlic, onions, and green, unripe bananas. These act as food for the gardeners, meaning they nourish the beneficial bacteria already living in the gut. Without this support, these good microorganisms weaken, making room for imbalances that can affect the entire body. The second pillar is probiotic foods, such as kefir, sauerkraut, and natural yogurt. Unlike prebiotics, they bring in new gardeners, introducing beneficial bacteria that help restore and maintain a healthy gut microbiome, This reinforcement is especially important after periods of stress, poor diet, or antibiotic use. Finally, we have the so-called liquid gold, bone broth or collagen. These foods are rich in nutrients that help strengthen and seal the gut lining. This is particularly important in cases of increased intestinal permeability, known as leaky gut, where unwanted substances can pass through the intestinal barrier and trigger inflammation. By combining these three elements, prebiotics, probiotics, and repair-supporting nutrients, it's possible to promote true gut regeneration. More than just a trend, this approach represents a natural and effective way to improve health from the inside out. A simple and effective action plan to improve gut health can be divided into 3 practical steps that help the body naturally rebalance itself. The first step is to eliminate triggers for 7 days. This means removing foods that may cause inflammation or intestinal discomfort, such as ultra-processed foods, excess sugar, fried foods, and in some cases, gluten and dairy. This period works as a reset for the body, allowing the gut to rest and reduce inflammatory processes. The second step is to introduce 1 fermented food per day. After clearing the ground, it's time to repopulate the gut with beneficial bacteria. Foods like kefir, sauerkraut, or plain yogurt are excellent options. This should be done gradually, respecting how your body responds, in order to strengthen the gut microbiome in a balanced way. The third step involves strategic hydration. Drinking water is essential, but timing also matters. Ideally, fluids should be consumed away from meals to avoid diluting stomach acid, which is responsible for proper digestion. This helps make the digestive process more efficient and supports better nutrient absorption. By following these 3 steps, eliminate, repopulate, and adjust habits, it is possible to build a strong foundation for gut health. Small changes, when done consistently, can lead to significant improvements in overall well-being. Taking care of your gut health is a journey, not an overnight fix. The truth is, healing your gut doesn't happen instantly. It begins with your very next bite. Every food choice is an opportunity to nourish your body, restore balance, and take one more step toward overall well-being. Throughout this process, it's important to pay attention to the signals your body sends. Digestive discomfort, bloating, fatigue, and even mood changes can all be connected to gut health. So I want to ask you, which of these symptoms do you experience most often? Comment below, because that will help me create a specific video to support you in a more personalized way. And if you want to keep learning and growing on this health journey, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can follow along with more content like this. Here at VitalPath, the goal is to walk this path with you toward a healthier, more balanced life.